Have you ever given up on trying to learn something new simply because you believed you weren't capable or that you wouldn't be able to figure it out? Well, what if I told you that simply believing you couldn't do it may have been the reason why you failed in the first place? That's the power of mindset. And in today's video, we're going to be breaking down how you can hack yours for success. I'm Harry from Growth Engineering, and today we're going to be talking about Carol Dweck's mindset theory. Now, this is a theory that helps to explain why some people are able to bounce back from failure, while others pack it in and quit at the slightest hint of challenge. It also helps us to understand why two equally talented people can end up worlds apart. Okay, let's jump in. So, who exactly is Carol Dweck? Well, she's a highly influential American psychologist who was born in 1946, and she's best known for her work on mindset and motivation. Towards the end of the 80s, she first introduced the concept of implicit theories of personality and intelligence, which are concepts that were then popularized in her book, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, and in her TED Talk. Dweck's mindset theory focuses on the idea that our beliefs about our abilities and intelligence dictates both our actions and results. In other words, our self-image shapes our world, and our beliefs either limit or empower us. They effectively act as the architects of both our achievements and our shortcomings. And that means that mindset really matters. Those who attribute success to innate talent have a fixed theory of intelligence, whereas those who credit success to hard work, learning, and perseverance have a growth theory of intelligence. Okay, so let's break down each mindset type, starting with fixed mindsets. So this is the conviction that intelligence, abilities, and talents are static and unchangeable. So with this mindset, you tend to turn inwards and focus on maximizing what you have rather than developing your full potential. And as you can imagine, this can have some pretty severe consequences. For example, you may come to fear failure, you may avoid challenges, and you may run away from useful feedback or anything that could expose your perceived lack of innate ability. This is also a mindset that places little value on effort. After all, if you have to work hard at something, it usually means you're not naturally very good at it. The counterpart to a fixed mindset is a growth mindset. This is the belief that our intelligence, our abilities, and our talents can be developed through dedication, effort, and learning. This should be good news to all of us, as it means our capabilities aren't fixed and we are able to grow and improve throughout our lives. Now, this is actually supported by the theory of neuroplasticity, which suggests that our brains do change and adapt as a result of new experiences. Accordingly, those with a growth mindset actively seek out new challenges, useful feedback, and the opportunity to learn from failure. They also tend to value effort as a tool for mastery and progress. With that said, Dweck has been very clear that it's not all about effort. After all, praising effort without linking it to effective strategies can be highly counterproductive. For instance, I could spend a long time baking a cake that then doesn't end up tasting very good. So we should never ignore reality. If you try to fly by flapping your arms, then your mindset isn't going to make a great deal of difference to you. And we should never pressure individuals to constantly improve or to try harder, as this often leads to burnout and high levels of stress. Instead, we should seek to encourage a love of learning, personal growth, and constructive feedback. And we should recognize that we can grow and then apply smart strategies that help us to do that. I think that's where we as learning professionals can come in and offer our support. Before we move on, it's worth highlighting a couple of issues with this particular theory. While it is based on a strong foundation of research that took place over numerous decades, some of the results have proven to be difficult to replicate in recent times. It's also yet another burden for our learners, adding an additional layer of evaluation to an already tricky process. It's not hard to envision a world where we begin to assess both intelligence and mindset, and it can all feel a bit exhausting. As ever, it's important to approach learning theories with caution, but I think we can all get behind the goal of fostering a love of learning. So that is Dweck's mindset theory in a nutshell. It's worth keeping in mind the next time you wonder if you're capable of learning something new or achieving something that you've never been able to before. You should also keep it in mind if you find yourself overpraising intelligence at the expense of actual hard graft and effort. If you teach or train, then instilling the right mindset is often considerably more effective than overwhelming your audience with a fire hose of information. After all, it typically means that intrinsic motivation is about to follow and that your learners will begin to guide their own journeys. Alright, that's everything I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video has changed your mind, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.